This is Startup Biz Coach Radio, formerly known as Mornings with Terry, and we're empowering entrepreneurs right from the start. Find us at thestartupbizcoach.com every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern with your host, Terry Clay. Are you ready to get this business started?
Hey, this is Terry Clay, and I am back with another episode of the Startup Biz Coach Radio.
Hey, this is Terry Clay, and I am back with another episode of the Startup Biz Coach Radio. Yeah. So we are back on the call yet another day. We do this call every single day, Monday through Friday, live from the blog, thestartupbizcoach.com. And we are empowering entrepreneurs right from the very start. And if you're new to the call, we interview successful entrepreneurs every single day, Monday through Thursday. And then on Friday, I do the call. I do some sort of startup biz tip. Last week, we did a call on blogging and how to be a better blogger, make profit blogging, and just different topics to help entrepreneurs to grow their business right in the beginning phases, right from the very start. So today, it's just like any other day through Monday through Thursday, we do have a entrepreneur on the call. And as we do on the Startup Biz Coach Radio, we allow our guests to introduce themselves. So please tell us who you are and what do you do.
Hi, Terry. That was a lot of energy there. I just love that. I'm a licensed sole-purpose coach. Moira Sutton's my name. I'm also a speaker, author, and visionary leader. I work with women. I empower them to create and live the life that they love with more joy, love, happiness, connectivity to themselves and others, and fulfillment. And I've also know that, there's really no limitation in life for what you can create. It really begins with you and making the decision and commitment to powerfully create and live the life of your dreams.
That is so true. I'm actually reading the book The Secret right now, currently. That's one of the books that I'm reading. And I know that you teach the secret behind the secret movie. I remember that was one of the movie virtually changed my life, I believe. It was just like a mind-blowing when I saw that movie. So what is the secret behind the movie, and what role does this play in creating success and the life that you truly want?
Great question, Terry. When that movie came out many years ago, when Rhonda created it, she created it as a movie, and then, of course, the book came with it. I thought it was fantastic for people that didn't really hear about the law of attraction or the law of gravity. As Oprah said, it's been around since the beginning of time. It was a consciousness opening up for people that had not heard about that. On the other coin, so that was fantastic. On the other side, the secret behind the secret movie and how to really be a success magnet in your life, whatever that means to you, is that they left out the part about the subconscious mind. And Joe Vitale talks about it, a lot of people do, but that is the missing key. If you're not in alignment with at a subconscious level, consciously what you want to create, you cannot create it. You'll be blocked at a subconscious level. So you have to really go in and explore your limiting beliefs, your limiting attitudes, habits, and literally transform them. So it's like rewiring or rebooting your system. So I found a lot of people came up to me and they were discouraged. So there was the plus side, and then there was the other side, the discouragement of they would sometimes get hits in their life and sometimes not, and they thought they were a failure. So that wasn't a good path to go down. So it's not about a failure. It's just learning that you have to be in alignment. And because your subconscious mind is about 80%, 85 rules, if you use the metaphor that you're a ship and you're being guided through the water, that your conscious mind really, whatever you want there, again, if it's not aligned at a subconscious level, your ego, and that will stop you from having whatever it is you want.
Okay. So who are the people or the women that you help when you're in your business, and what are the challenges that they face, and how do they break through those challenges?
Yes,
to create their life that they want.
Yes. And the women I work with are predominantly 45 plus. I do have some younger people that come in, but the majority of them are at a different part in their life, and their kids are grown or they're just at college and that. And in their business and their life, they might be feeling anxiety or overwhelm, or they might be feeling really anxious and that, what is, am I really creating the right business? Am I really on the right path? They're questioning their relationships. They're questioning, am I in a relationship that really is loving and passionate and giving and, is your cheerleader, your partner. And so they're really questioning life and exactly where they're at in their life. And today, it's very important to prioritize and figure out exactly what you want. And we'll talk about that, about vision, how important that is in their life. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So the women literally break through. They break through from a place of feeling hurt, anxious, overwhelmed, and they're just not happy. They're just not happy anymore, and they're thinking there has to be more. There has to be more meaning, more fulfillment, more purpose to my life. And that's where I come in as a life and soul purpose coach.
So it's important to create a big, compelling vision for the life. So since we were speaking about vision, tell us a little bit more about how to create that vision so that we can have the life that we desire.
Yes, a vision is the bigger picture. One of the dictionary terms for that is the ability to think about the future with imagination or wisdom. And one of my favorite quotes, by the way, is by Albert Einstein, that imagination is the preview of life's coming attraction. That always gets me so juiced and excited because if you have a big vision, when crap shows up in your life or challenges or blocks or diversions or whatever shows up, you know clearly what it is you want to create for you. And it's important that it's your vision, not your husband's, not your partner's, not your children's, not your parents', yours.
Right.
Because that's what's going to hold you steadfast when other things show up, and other things will show up. That's how we grow, and that's how we expand.
So how would you handle when the something other shows up? How can you tell somebody how to handle that? What would you tell them what to do?
Yeah, when something shows up, especially in the breakthrough work that I do, it's for them to become very conscious that that's showing up again. That's just fear speaking, and as you probably know, fear is false evidence appearing real. It's not real. Yeah. It's an illusion. It's literally the ego mind coming from limited resources, not coming from your true self, which is a place and a source of peace, clarity, and wisdom. It's coming from the infinite field of all possibilities. So when that stuff shows up, really just step back. Don't dive into it. Step back and just look at it and say, and then allow it to go past. And when that fear really shows up, not talking about walking down a bad alley or something, but we're talking about the fear of maybe speaking in front of a group in your business, networking, or maybe it could be writing a book, maybe wherever it is that for you to expand. And just look at it, and then where our success is, Terry, is literally stepping into that fear, because everything we want is past that illusion. So you really have to become what it is that you want to create. And that's the be-have philosophy.
Let me ask you a bit about feeling the fear, because I've talked to guests, and they talk about fear the fear and do it anyway. Yeah. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Other than walking down a bad alley or a bad street.
Right.
No, that I wouldn't suggest. But yeah, that is really what it's the ego saying, it's shooting off these things saying, fear, 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 that's not for you. That's not, it's keeping you small. And that's not who we are. We're a bigger vision and version of infinite possibilities in our life. And when we get into that zone, miracles can happen. People show up, opportunities and circumstances.
All righty. Yeah, I spoke with the lady today. I do interviews on Mondays, so virtually I'm interviewing all day on Mondays. And that was one of the things that she spoke about, is that sometimes fear gives people excuses, and those excuses stop them from having really the life they want, because they're making excuses. And they're fearful, and they're making excuses for not doing whatever they need to do.
I got it. And it's real for them. When we tell our stories, it's real. It's not we're trying to it's real. It feels real, but it's not real. And what you just said with stories and excuses, it's really important to look at the stories we tell ourselves and others every day, because your subconscious mind is listening too. So, I always say that to people if they're judgmental or something, and they're pointing a finger out there at somebody else, realize that finger is coming back at you. The subconscious mind doesn't realize you're saying that person. It thinks you're talking about you. And if the world knew that and really took responsibility for that, I don't think people would be not so nice in some cases.
Right. So what is the power in the simple act to decide and then follow through?
making a decision and a commitment to move forward is the most important. And there again, that's when that ego mind shows up and says, no, don't go there. And that's where, for really to create and be fulfilled with, down your spiritual path to reach that pure awareness, it's literally you have to make the decision because you can't see the next level. If you think of it like stairs, and you're at the top, the bottom stair, and you can't see the next step till you make a decision and take that step and take action. So you have to take that action, and when you take the next action, the next part unfolds. And so you have to take these steps to decide and follow through. Do not let other things deter you and take you off your track again, because that could be the ego, that could be other people. That's their agenda, not yours. So the decision process is huge to make that decision to move forward. And that's the part like a lot of people are scared to do, maybe in coaching. They think, well, maybe somebody else gets results, but could I? But that's, again, going back to, if you want the bigger life or whatever you want, you have to grow and to make that decision and follow through, not, come up with some other stories again that I can't do it, I'm not enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, whatever that not enough syndrome is.
So how important is mindset when it comes to making that decision?
I think from a success mindset point of view, it's important to really be kind to ourselves. We a lot of times, and again, I think as women more than men, we criticize ourselves and that whole self-esteem and self-confidence. But to take time to really meditate or walk in nature or do something you love, or put flowers together, or cook, or whatever, listen to music. Take time for yourself and be good to yourself, and then really embrace and love yourself. And I think that's one of the hardest things for a lot of people, to really realize each one of us was born with a unique gift. We each have a life purpose. It's a blueprint, literally in our DNA. And I think Oprah talks about your whole journey in life is to find your life purpose. That's your life purpose, and then bring it out into the world. You can't hide with it. You were given it, and only you uniquely can bring that out. So if you're sitting in a room like myself as a life and soul purpose coach, if there's 10 coaches or 20 coaches out there, it's not that we're competition. It's a good thing that we're all there because there's more of us to serve the person that we serve and that we're here to help them in their evolution and in their life to create the life they love. And not come from that little bit, again, that's competition. No, that's coming again from that little me, not the big me.
And you don't have to even worry about competition because there's enough people to go around. I mean, the world is full of billions and billions of people.
There's an
you don't have to worry about
possibilities. Yes, for sure.
Which I believe is part of.
I think we all go there sometimes. I think we all go there, myself included, and that's that part. That's that part to say, hey, what's that story being created? That's not who I am. And then stop it. Delete it. You can say delete. You can delete on 3 levels, body, mind, soul. Delete, and really delete it out of your system. And then, it's like cutting it off and then going back to your vision. This is who I am.
Right. I think you have to keep your mind focused, too, because like you were saying, that we all do it. We all do that. So if we can keep our minds focused on that, it's enough to go around, then we don't have anything to worry about.
Yes, and Terry, like you said with you reading The Secret right now, what we focus on, that's what we create. So if we're focused on limited stories or we're focused on poor me or I can't do it or whatever those stories, you'll get more of it. It's like waking up in the morning and stubbing your toe and going, oh, this is going to be a crap day. Well, guess what? Yes, it will.
Yes.
Because you're creating it. And that's the fun part, to know that you're the director of your life. Like, you can keep the parts you love and get rid of the other ones. But to really own that. And that takes, to own your good stuff, your crap and everything. And if you make a mistake or hurt somebody or anything, say, I'm sorry, or yes, I did that. You would know this as a radio host. When I was, I did a TV show many years ago, and sometimes people would ask me something, or even on the stage, and I'd say, I don't know that. And they're like, you don't know that? I said, no, I don't. Or I'd maybe fumble saying something sometimes. People like you being authentic and real because it allows them to give themselves permission to do that.
And another thing that you spoke about, you said what you think about in the book The Secret. It says they say what you think about, you bring about. So sometimes you have to watch the way your mind is thinking because that's